fairly clear if it stayed like it was overnight. Anyway, got the dishes done this morning before I did anything else. There was a little bit of a pile up in there from supper last night, and I didn't want to stick her with it. We got a plumber coming tomorrow. Somehow we got a noisy drain, glug 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 glug, and I went at it with a 25-foot snake and did not find the blockage. And I just couldn't get it through, get it down to the other end and go through the bathroom, through the sink, without taking the sink completely apart. And I said, no, I'm not going to bother with that. They have changed the design on the drains in the sink now. It looks like it's one piece that fits in. It's got the raise and lower of the drain plug built into it. It's not like the old one where everything was out in the open, and if you wanted to pull that plug out, all you had to do is reach under there and loosen a pin or whatever you want to call it. That was it was attached to a rod, and basically it gauged where the thing would lock and not lock. And it's not like that anymore, and I'd have to take the whole pipe apart in order to get in there. And I've gone in there with a 2-footer before, and I didn't. So I've gone through the drain trap with that, and there wasn't anything in there. I pulled out a few things and got it freed up, but it's still it takes a good while for it to block up. And really, I'm not even getting a lot of blocking on the kitchen. In other words, I don't get pooling of water in the sink as much as I get that glugging noise. So anyway, plumber's coming in tomorrow morning at 8. So we'll see how he does with it. And I'm going to suggest to him to maybe if he can't find anything obvious, he might want to look on the roof, because I wonder if some of that roofing stuff got into the vent pipes, and that could cause a pressure to change inside there. Funny, it doesn't do it with the shower. I can take a shower for an hour if I wanted to, and it's not gonna do anything. It's not gonna make any noises when it drains. It's just gonna drain. I'll call it a day. But everything else plugs. So it's got to be somewhere in that line. Maybe there's more than one vent. It might be that too. So I don't know. I'm not an expert on that stuff. I've had to deal with it in the past up north and things. I think I eventually ended up calling a plumber on those too. So we'll just go with that and get it done. But and I took the tractor down to the holler. I haven't been down to the holler in quite a while. I had a tree across the road, so I went back to the house on the Ranger and swapped it out for the tractor. I've got the 4 forks on the tractor, so I took the chainsaw, threw it in the bucket, and went down there and cut that log up and pushed it out of the way, and dragged the box blade all over the place down there and cleared the paths out. So we'll just keep it open all summer. And my son's coming down in August with his family, and the boys will make a beeline for the holler to go down there and go arrowhead hunting or something. So anyway, but not a sign of any bad life like rattlesnakes or anything like that. Just usual. A lot of vegetation, and but you don't even need a bush hog if you got a good box blade. Especially, the trick is, I found with the soil around here, you wait until we've had a decent rain and go in immediately after, within a few days, and go in there and everything comes up pretty nicely. So, a few passes and you're down to dirt, and you've got rid of most of the grass and weeds and stuff. So I'm all cleared out, and took a ride down the creek bed and looked at it. It's cleared out, so they can go down there and have a ball if they want to. And we'll just go in there and check it a few more times before they get here. But the road was in remarkably good condition. A few swipes with the box blade, and it went right back to normal. So it's definitely, since that guy did the tractor, the bulldozer work on it, it has been very easy to get that road back into shape again, no matter what happens. So anyway, that's my story. I'm sticking to it. Over to KM4SVP, KA1RLA.
Okay, Steve. KA1RLA. This is KM4SVP on the round table. Anybody else want to get in?
KD9, APD.
All right, Jeff. Good. Put you in right after me, and you're going to be passing it into W4TFC, March down in Tallahassee. And good signal, by the way. So I will continue here. Bob, I don't know if you saw this or not, but you see where Bobby Cox died. He died at 84 years old. Coached many years there for the Atlanta Braves and won them their World Series titles back in '95. And quite a legacy. I mean, he won 14 straight division titles, 5 National League pennants, and of course the World Series title in '95. So quite a guy. He was inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame in 2014. And I always liked watching him. He had an interesting demeanor, and I always enjoyed watching him. Anyway, he passed on. And you were asking about that bird. I think you're talking about the common grackle. I think that's the one that, boy, they bomb my cars and everything else over here. And it just really makes me glad elephants don't fly. That's all I can say. Because if they were like the common grackle and could fly, this place would be a mess, wouldn't it? Anyway, well, I don't have any more to talk about here, so we'll find out what's going on in South Central Michigan. KD9, APD, go ahead and take it. This is KM4SVP.
KM4SVP, KD9, APD. Morning, Lonnie. All is well here in South Central Michigan. Looks like we might have it was a decent day yesterday, and we might have another decent day today. It didn't get really warm out, or really sunny, but it was tolerable. For the middle of May, I guess that's what you're going to get. Currently, 41 degrees Fahrenheit here at my QTH, so it's not terribly cold out. I'm ready to plant in the garden, but I'm a little hesitant, but I think I will anyhow. I think that if it gets it, I'll just have to replant. I think today sometime I'll plant some corn. I got a spot for it. We'll just see what happens. All right, let me pass it on. I haven't had any coffee yet, so I'm not talking too well. KD9 APD over to W4TFC. Mike, it's all yours, Mike.
Okay, APD. I'm really glad that you're here this morning, and there's a lot of folks here, and things are going swimmingly. So I think it goes to Nell to Bob. Is that right?
That's correct, Mike.
Stand by for news, boys. Take it away.
For JFA. Anybody else waiting to join us? Okay, nothing heard there. And good morning, Jeff. Hopefully you're hearing me okay. They're on 100 watts. Steve, I know you probably are, since getting the Lonnie pretty good on 100 watts. So, anyway, yeah, those other birds, you said, Lonnie, they might be called crackle or something like that. I don't know, but they're everywhere. They're here. I work about 2 miles away from my house in a straight line, and they're there. And yeah, they're poop machines. That is all they do. That is all they do. And I'll tell you what, it's just, it can be real annoying. Get your car cleaned up, looking real nice, and go out a couple hours later, and there's a big white spot somewhere. You know, God. But I wish the hummingbirds were here. Hummingbirds, I guess they must do that too, but you don't see it. I don't know, or at least my experience, I haven't seen it. And Larry, the shield, that shield on the 746, that inner shield, it looks like to me when that's in place, it will actually direct the airflow from the fan better over where the air needs to be, and then out the back vent. So I think actually it might cool better with that shield in there due to directing the fan. So anyway, maybe you can comment on that one. And yeah, the surface mount stuff. When I don't know how old I was, 10 or 11, something like that, I guess. And my brother-in-law was teaching me how to solder and build little circuits, and then my dad was too, because he was a ham. So both of them. You know, and in talking about soldering, you know, that he wanted the, and I don't know if this is correct or not, but I've been doing it for, well, let's see, almost 60 years, and it's worked perfectly for me. Heat up the legs of the component or heat up the wire so the solder actually melts on the wire or on the leg of the component. And one thing my dad told me right at the beginning, no, you don't melt solder on the soldering iron and have it fall and drip onto the lead or the wire. He says that's a bad connection, and if it connects now, it won't connect tomorrow. And I remember all that. Now the surface mount stuff, boy, you got to be more than careful trying to do something like that. So it's definitely a different world, and I've had to kind of get some of that out of my mind. It's hard to explain, but I've had to get some of that out of my mind and realize, boy, to get it slow down there, you know, on a surface mount lead, you know, is definitely not the same. So I know a little dab of flux really, really helps. I mean, just a very, very minute amount. I have both the liquid flux and I have the paste type, and I'll get just a small dab, I mean smaller than a pinhead, and a little, just a minute amount there on the lead of that surface mount, and seems to help the solder flow on there. That's been working for me. And I have not had a connection go bad after the fact using that method there. And Lonnie, I did read about Bobby Cox. I heard about that. That's a shame. I read some quickie articles. I did not, or I missed it, one or the other, find out what actually caused his death, or if he had an illness or what it was. I didn't. I missed that. So if you know about that one, fill me in on that one there when it gets back to you. All right, and Steve, you mentioned, I think you mentioned rattlesnakes somewhere along in your speech there. And this time of year, I pretty much stay out of the wooded area, just due to bad snakes. I stay out of them. But I do have snake boots, and I wear them out there. I wear them. But I've been looking at these other things called gators. Spelled a little different than an alligator, but gators. And they're you put them around your legs, and you hook them to your legs, and they can protect your legs from that kind of thing up a little higher than the boots do. So anyway, I'm considering that. I'm considering that. Maybe, I don't know if you know anything about those or experience with those or not, but if you have, let me know. All right, Larry, over to you there. WA8NWI, W4JFA.
W4JFA, WA8NWY. Are there any other stations out there that would like to join the group? Come in, please.
Good morning, W6BJ, Whiskey Bravo 6,
Okay, WB6NJM. Okay, got you. WB6BJN, I'm sorry. WB6BJM. Got you there, Mark. And good morning to you. And I will turn it to you here in just a second, and then you will turn it to Steve, KA1RLA. All righty. One of the things that you got to take care of now when if you go out into the woods this time of the year is that Lone Star tick. You do not want to get bit by one of those Lone Star ticks because that will create a lot of health problems for you. And so if you do have to go out into the woods, spray yourself down really, really good because those things are very, very dangerous. And they're everywhere right now. So if you do get a tick on you, look at it, and if it's got a white spot on the center of its back, that is a Lone Star tick, and that's what causes the alpha-gal syndrome. And you get allergic to beef, and it can cause you all kind of problems. And it's terrible stuff. So I would be more concerned about that right now than snakes. But it's always good to wear boots when you go out into the wooded areas, and especially where there are rattlesnakes and copperheads, because they are out there now. So, but those ticks, they can actually be in the tree. They can drop out of a tree on you, and so you just never know where you're going to where you're going to pick those things up at. So, something else. Well, I'll go ahead and turn this over to Mark, WB6BJM, WA8NWY, and good morning, Mark.
Everybody can hear me. The signal sounds pretty good. I got a frog in my throat somewhere. Hang on a minute. WB6BJ, Whiskey Bravo 6 now. The phonetics I like to use. we've had trouble with, whenever I'm kidding, he goes outside and he gets ticks, and we've had to just tick spray. Keep the ticks off of her, and that's interesting to know about the tick with the white spot. I can't see, I'm totally blind, but my wife, Sarah, looks to see if it's best to take it at night, but I certainly don't want to be allergic to bees. All I can have to say, I don't want to be allergic to bees. But I've heard about that. And of course, you don't want ticks on you anyway. They can cause Lyme disease and a whole bunch of stuff. They're not good. So we've had the bug guy come out and spray around the perimeter for ticks and stuff of that nature, and also inside for spiders. And I'm trying to keep that down as well. So, let's see. I'll keep it moving here, and I think it goes to Steve. I think we're going to go through it is Steve. KA1RLA, I think I got that right. Over there to you. Number to this is DJ.
Pick it up, Steve. He turned it to you, KA1RLA.
Oh, okay, I wasn't sure. He asked if he was right, and nobody came back to him, so I wasn't sure if it was me or not. I couldn't understand much of what he said. A lot of static crashes in here. There's some stuff moving through Oklahoma City and down to the southwest of us. Looks like a small line. I don't know if it's coming this way. It's not on the prediction chart, so we're supposed to have sunny and warm today. I guess that's what it's going to be. I don't know. I will be very busy. I'm going to make this my last because I've got to start getting ready and grab some breakfast for me and the animals and that sort of thing, and get the show on the road. Gotta be there 15 minutes early because we did not practice Wednesday night, which is not a problem. But all the songs we're involved with we've done before, so we should be no problem getting those off the ground again, and we'll get things rolling. All right. Well, everybody have a good Sunday and blessed day in the Lord, and we will catch you Monday morning, God willing, and the creek don't rise. So over to KM4SVP, KA1RLA, now clearing.
Okay, C73, see you there on this Sunday morning. KA1RLA, this is KM4SVP. And we are recruiting for these people to pull up a chair and talk about what you want to talk about. Hey, do we have any takers? Okay, we had a double on that one, and I did hear Mark. I heard KFI. Up in Tennessee there, I heard him. Who was the other station?
KM4VPC. 4GPW.
Okay, I got you, Cliff. And I think there's a third station in there. That third station, who are you?
November 4, Golf Papa Whiskey, Jerry, located in Georgia.
I'm just getting part of the signal. Larry, can you help me out? Did you pick that up?
Repeat your call letters again there slowly, and let me see if I can pull you out of there, old man. All right, very good. November 4, Golf Papa Whiskey. November 4, Golf Papa Whiskey. Did I get that correct over it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. QSL.
Hey,
did you copy that, Lonnie? His call is November 4 Golf Papa Whiskey. Over.
Yeah, I caught it that time there, Larry. Okay, this is how it's going to be. When I get done, I am going to pass it to Mark, K4, KFI. Mark will pass it to Cliff, W4VPC, up there in Gallatin, Tennessee. And, Cliff, when you're done, you'll pass it to N4, Golf Papa Whiskey. And Golf Papa Whiskey, when you're done, you will go ahead and pass it to Jeff, KD9, APD in South Central Michigan. So, good. We added to our group this morning, and welcome aboard to everybody. And of course, I've been looking at a story here, and it really brought me way back. Some 65 years ago. And the story is concerning the beverage, the soft cola beverage business. And when my parents decided that they would move from southern Wisconsin to southern California, we moved out there, and it was a big adjustment experience for me. And there was a husband and wife that really were treating me very well. The temporary quarters that we were there about 3 months, I think, there before we moved to a home. And they would always give me a bottle of Bubble Up. I still remember this, and I had never heard of Bubble Up prior to that time. They didn't have it in Wisconsin. And anyway, reading about this beverage Bubble Up, it came out 7 years before 7-Up did. And didn't leave an aftertaste. And I can always remember those big bottles of Bubble Up. That's what I really liked. There was a lot of it. And it's very rare now to find Bubble Up. I understand it's for years, but supposedly Dad's Root Beer makes Bubble Up on a limited quantity basis. Do a juice. So I'll be on the lookout for that. I'd like to try that again. Like I say, that brings back all memories from way back. Well, let me keep it moving this morning, and I'll go ahead and pass it to Mark up there in Tennessee. K4 KFI. Go ahead and take it, Mark. This is KM4.
All right. Good morning. I've never heard of that soda that I know of. No, I don't think I have. Just don't remember seeing any bottle with that on it, even. No. Oh, good morning. Let's see. I'm hunting a knob on the radio here. I think I was a little hot on the transmit. Sometimes it goes a little differently than other days. I don't know. Sometimes it seems to have a little more gain than others. Maybe it's cooler right now. I'm gonna warm up, but anyways, 54 degrees. I hear static crashes out there on the band somewhere. I don't know where that's coming from. I need to take a look at the weather map here and see where those are. Hopefully they're not here. I don't think so. It looks like they're in Arkansas right now, and maybe in Texas. So I bet that's storm here. And that does look like that could come this way, so I now need to check and see if I'm going to get that later. Because I was planning a little bike ride today to take my YL to go see her family for Mother's Day, and she thought going on the bike would be a good way to do it. So just gonna check that out here. It looks like it's not supposed to come, but let's see, there is a little percentage there, so I have to keep digging here. Oh, well, I'll keep looking at that later, but I don't think it's supposed to come until 7 o'clock. I guess that's what the deal is, 7 o'clock tonight. So, anyway, maybe we'll have plenty of time to beat that. Yeah, I don't remember much else to say at the moment. I'm sure something will come to me. Oh yeah, one thing, the developers fixed one of the bugs I submitted on this Aether SCR. I've seen an email on that, but it ain't released yet, so I'll have to wait till another release to see the fix. But that part where sometimes the memory channel didn't fully turn the receiver over to the right frequency seems to have been fixed. So anyway, that's good news. N4 VPC from K4KFI. Take it away.
Yeah, thank you, Mark. K4KFI, N4 VPC. Good morning to whoever's in here this morning. I heard Larry and then Mark. Lonnie got out. And then the other Mark in Hohenwald, Tennessee. And I'm in for VPC in Gallatin, where we have a temperature this morning of 50 degrees, going to 83 today, and a 60% chance of so badly needed rain tonight. Hope we get that 60%. We aren't in the 40% that doesn't get any. And by the end of the week, long-range forecast for us is 90 degrees by next Sunday, so that's not too bad. Mother's Day, some of us still got our moms living, some of us don't. But they are a treasure, no doubt about that. We got all the grandkids coming to the house today for Mother's Day, and I am going to be the grill master. So I'm going to fire up the big green egg and grill some hamburgers and hot dogs and all that stuff, so that the mothers don't have to do stuff in the kitchen. So there you go. And then this morning I opened up my news feed, and the first thing that pops up says that hot dogs reduce your lifespan. And so I thought, So some research at some institution of learning has decided that or maybe I should say have studied and deciphered that one hot dog takes 36 minutes off of your life. So I'm going to probably eat at least 2 today. And at the age of 76, I'm not 76 any longer, guys. Just turned 77. I may have to give up 36 minutes of my life here, if that's what it takes. I do like a good old hot dog every now and then, but don't eat them very often. Anyway, I won't keep it, and I didn't ask if anybody else wanted to join us. Maybe I should do that, Jerry. Hang on just a second. Let me make sure there's not anyone else waiting to join. And I don't hear anyone, so I'm going to be passing it over to you, Jerry, and you're going to be passing it to Jeff. That would be KD9APD, but right now we're going to November 4 Golf, Papa Whiskey, N4 GPW from N4 VPC. Good to have you in here, Jerry. Good morning.
Good morning, N4 GPW. Yeah, just thought I'd ride along. I got up early this morning, got a sick dog. Woke me up about 4 a.m. And right now I'm running a geriatric home for sick dogs. They're both about 16 years old. But, anyway, thanks for letting me ride along. And today I'm located in northwest Georgia in a little town called Bowden. Right pretty much on the Alabama line, due west of Atlanta. And, I had a bunch of folks out there today. I had Mother's Day Got a lot of day today. And I let me clarify back to you. Yeah. And I think it was called kind of KE9. Is that correct? Anyway, if so, take it away.
Yes, he passed it to you. KD9 APD, go ahead and pick it up.
I think it's, let me verify this is KD9 APD. Did you turn it over to me, Jerry?
Yes, sir, I sure did. Go ahead.
All right, I thought the crashes are really bad right now, so I just wanted to let you know. There's a really well-established thunderstorm that covers pretty much the whole state of Oklahoma, and it's really leveling with. All right, here's the solar report. We've had 8 solar flares in the past 24 hours, all of them minor. We currently have 48 sunspots, a redshift 5 clusters. Climatic fluctuations at KN2 and KN5, and the solar flux index is 122. Pretty much the same as yesterday. So, a little below the predicted curve for this time in the solar cycle. Interesting thing in the news, I see where a 19-year-old pitching prospect from the San Diego Padres is self-deported back to Mexico because he got caught transporting illegal aliens. He was a mule inside the USA transporting illegal aliens. He said he needed the money while he was in the minor leagues. Yeah, I can understand they don't pay that well, but I think he paid good enough to survive, but he wanted more money. That's the real thing. He wanted more money in order to have a better life, a more luxurious life, I guess. But now he's back in Mexico and can't come back to the States for 10 years, provided he doesn't get in any trouble. He'll be 29 if he saves his arm. He could try out for the Padres again. And I just read another article. This guy was saying that his organization, a nuclear non-proliferation organization, believes that Iran has enough plutonium to build 200 nuclear weapons. They just got to put it together. And I don't know what the deal is with plutonium. I don't know what fraction of the plutonium that you get from, because it's all man-made, so it may be high percentage may be usable in a nuclear weapon. I think that's probably the case. And it's easy to extract because it's different chemically. All right. That's all I got for now, and I think I still kick it to Mike. Mike, W4TMC. Mike, it's all yours.
Mike, are you still there? W4TMC, you still there?
This is W4JFA. I was after Mike. He must have went down the hall there, but let me try anyway once more. Mike, are you still here?
Yes, I mean, Bob, I'm here, and I'll stay here for a little bit more. Over.
Okay, it's your turn. They were handing it to you. Okay, I guess I'll take it there. This is W4JFA near Charlotte. Anybody else waiting to join us? Yeah, well, nothing heard there. Okay, well, I have one note on here I got was that Larry, maybe you can confirm something with me, though, but when you were talking about the Lone Star tick, and I think the WB6 call mentioned it too. By the way, I need to get your name and your location. I tried to look you up on QRZ, and it says you're in California, but I got a feeling that you're not. So anyway, you were talking about one time about you become allergic to beef, and I think it was your daughter that had that, and I wonder if is that forever, the rest of your life, or how long does that last, or maybe you can fill me in on that one. That does not sound good. So anyway, like I was saying, I have a wooded area behind my house, and I don't go in there during nice weather or warm weather unless I absolutely have to. Otherwise, I just stay out of there. Now, in the winter, when it's cold, no problem going back there. So the only reason I have to go back there, and I have to do it fairly soon, is I do have a wireless camera out there to record critters and things. And its batteries now are dead, so I need to go out there and put a couple batteries in it. And the batteries last a long time because I use these lithium batteries, but I need to go back there and do that. So I do my best to dress accordingly, but I haven't been spraying myself with the spray, but I do have some, so maybe I have to start doing that. And put long sleeve shirts on and things like that, so I'm going to start doing that. Anyway, Larry, maybe you can confirm that if that is forever, or if that allergy dissipates. Boy, I could not imagine never having a hamburger or never having a steak ever again. Oh, that would be awful. I'll tell you, that would be awful. I would not want that to happen to me at all. And I remember you talking about this. You guys talked about this maybe 6 months ago or something like that, and I hadn't heard of it. But I do remember some of that now there from wrote it down in my notes here to speak up about it. And Lonnie, I never did hear about that San Diego picture, with trafficking problem. Boy, I'll tell you, I'll have to look for that article there. That's really too bad. But getting a lot of that kind of stuff going on. That it's being minimized, or it's lessening, but it's still a problem, obviously. All right, Larry, they're up to you. WA8NWY, W4JFA.
Okay, W4JFA, WA8NWY. Anyone else like to join the group? Come in. I don't hear anyone. And copy is starting to get very rough here. I'm not hearing everybody as strong as I was hearing them before, so I don't know. The Lone Star tick, read the history of that, how that tick came about. I think you'll find out that that leads back to Bill Gates, because he was a big opponent of beef and things like that, and he was involved in the biological development of that tick. And the tick has a white spot on it, and if you get bit by that and you get that alpha-gal syndrome, there is no cure, no known cure for the results that it gives you, and you get allergic to beef and to I believe it's also to pork. You get very allergic to it, and it can cause your throat to shut off and cause you all kind of problems. And as far as I know, Bob, once you get it, you'll always have it. You'll always have it. So you have to be very careful what you eat. Anything that's got red meat in it will set it off. And so if you find a tick on you, it is very easy to spot that white spot on its back. And that is the carrier of the alpha-gal syndrome. And that is a man-made biological product there that was developed by Bill Gates. So you can thank him for that. And read the history on it. Read the history up on it, and you'll get quite an education on that. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this on over to Mark, WB6VJM, WA8NWY, and it looks like you'll be turning it to Lonnie now since Steve got out. KM4SVP. So go ahead and pick it up there, Mark. Over.
Okay, Mark, WB6BGN, this is KM4SVP, and I'm copying you 10 over, so you're coming in here very, very clear and strong. So, anyway, good hearing you this morning. You mentioned California. I used to live in California before moving out to Tennessee. And I lived in Tennessee there several years, actually about 33 years in Tennessee, and then Alabama, in North Alabama. And really interesting on all of that. And I am going to call this my final round here on my 73s, and I'm going to pass it to the other Mark. K4KFI. So go ahead and pick it up there. Mark, this is KM4SVP 73. See ya.
All right. Good morning. Lots of noise on the band. Guess I'll tell an unrelated story that was on my mind. We had to bring our car back to the dealership a while back to get a scratch fixed on it, and my ex-wife was indicating to me that the person she brought it to was looking at her inquisitively and suspiciously, like trying to get her to admit she made the scratch on it so they didn't have to pay to get it fixed on the new car. And she didn't tell me about that, and months have went by. It's a non-issue now. They did fix it, but had I been there, I would have brought them, as Paul Harvey says, the rest of the story, because that wasn't the guy involved in the initial problem. But whenever they sold me this new car, I inspected a car, I approved a car, I took home a car. Then the dealership called me back, and or I called the dealer back when I discovered the VIN number had a different character than the paperwork did. And turns out they had sent me home with the wrong car. So the car I bought was a completely different car on paper. And so they ended up switching me cars when I went back to the dealer, and the one that they switched me to had a scratch on it. I would have probably unloaded on that guy if I had have been there during his inquisition and fifth degree of my wife there, because clearly, I could have, that just wasn't right, and they made a huge mistake on their side, sending me home with the wrong car, and then switching me to a car that I had not inspected or signed for, even though all the paperwork said that I had, because they were showing me the wrong car. I don't think any of that was intentional, but nevertheless, that's an interesting story to tell this morning. Anyways, I'll send it around. N4VPC from K4KFI.
Yeah, quick break, boys. This is W4TMC in Tallahassee, Florida, and I am going that way. And everybody have a good time. I've really enjoyed it, and we'll like he says, stand by for news and commentary. And I'll see you guys later on.
Okay, Mike, you have a great day this Sunday. W4TMC 73's to you there. And so this is November 4 Victor Papa Charlie and for VPC Gallatin, Tennessee. Picking it up. Let's see if there's anyone else waiting to join the round table. Come on in. I don't think I hear anyone. There's a lot of, as you all have referred to, a lot of static. QRN is strong here. But I'm managing to pull everybody out pretty good. I'm going to make a little adjustment in my power as well there. There we go. Maybe help to get above the static if I use all of my 700 watts and not just 500 of them. Probably doesn't really make a big difference, actually. It's like when you're buying equipment, especially amps, you want more and more power, but when you delve down into it, the difference between 1,000 watts and 500 watts by whatever, I forget the formula, the principle of that. I know some of you guys know that, but the difference is negligible, really, between the 500 watts and the 1,000. But I don't know, it makes me feel good to look up at that meter and see it jump on up there to 700. And I think that's a lot of it. It's in my psyche to want to jump it on out there. But let's see, I don't really have much more to add this morning. I do have quite a chore ahead of me, just getting ready for all of my clan to come over for Mother's Day and celebrate the queen of the mothers of the group. I actually have had two daughters and a stepson, but my stepson was only 3 years old when my wife and I married, so therefore I don't even think of him like a stepson, actually. He's just like mine. but always glad to have him too and his lovely bride. But we're going to do that today, so I probably will only be in here one more round, and then I'll have to get out as well and start making preparations. We're going to do the early church service so that we can get on with Mother's Day this afternoon or around lunchtime. Anyway, let's see. I'm going to go ahead and pass this along. And, Jerry, I think you're still in there. I hope you are. It's good having you with us this morning over there in, I think you said, was it Bowden, Georgia, maybe? November 4 Golf Papa Whiskey from November 4 Victor Papa Charlie. Over to you, Jerry.
Thanks a lot, Cliff. Good morning again. This is M4 GPW. Yeah, the noise is really loud where I'm at right now, so let me see my last round also. Y'all, it's been nice riding along with you guys. I'll try to check in again. I guess this is a regular morning rag too. I got it back. I was listening to my notes, and it's been a while since I logged in, like about 3 or 4 months. But yeah. Anyway, I want y'all to have a great day. 73, and I'll pass it down to Jeff. He's got 89 A2D. 73, guys.
73, Gary. This is KV9APD. This is something Bob would be interested in if you're still there, Bob. The Cubs and the Braves are both at 27-13, the best record in baseball. 675 for winning percentage. Every team in the National League Central is better than 500, and the worst team, the Cincinnati Reds, are at 525. And they would be leading the American League Central. Cleveland Indians stay bad at 515. That's amazing to have every team in one division win with a winning record, and the worst team is better than the best team in another division. That is one tough division this year. I don't know, it's just amazing how that turned out. And the Cubs lost yesterday, but they've won 9 out of their last 10, so that's not bad. Well, I'll hang around a little bit longer in case anyone else wants to come in. KV9APD, and Mike got out, so I think it might be Bob after that. Let me see, W4JFA, Bob, if we go to you.
Yeah, that's correct.
Go ahead, Bob.
Okay, Jeff, thanks. W4JFA here. Whiskey 4 Juliet Foxtrot Alpha near Charlotte. Anybody else waiting to join us? Well, nothing heard. Yeah, you know what's done that kind of thing, Jeff, for the standings is, and I don't know if I agree with it or not, but you know, all this interleague play is going on. The teams used to play their own division a whole lot more than other divisions. So I think the records actually meant more. But now, you know, that everybody is playing everybody and all that, I think it affects these things, and it causes exactly what you're saying right now because of who they play and the way the divisions are all set up. And, you know, it's like, well, the opening, for example, the opening homestand for the Braves this year, they were playing an American League team. And, well, that wasn't the only one that happened, you know. And then I always liked, the last month of the season, if you remember this, I'm sure you do, they played their own division for the last month of the season. So you went head-to-head right at who you were fighting for to win the division. And that's not happening nearly as much as it did, and I don't care for that part at all. But what they wanted to do, you know, they wanted to be, like Dirty Harry used to say, they wanted to be stylish. want, every team to play every team. And that's, in a way, it's kind of cool, but I think it affects this kind of thing, and I'm not so sure about it, to tell you the truth. So anyway, maybe you can comment on that when it gets back to you. And I'll listen around. I'll take one more turn, and that'll be it, because as the daylight is getting there, the signals are getting weaker here. The noise seems to be getting weaker, but the signals are getting weaker too, so it's getting a little tougher. However, Jeff, your signal to me came up that last time. You were stronger than you were the time before. So so go figure. But yeah, you sounded good there. All right, there, Larry, up to you there. WA8NWI, W4JFA.
W4JFA, this is WA8NWI. Anyone else like to join the group this morning? Come in. Well, I don't hear anyone. I do not hear anyone, and it's kind of rough copy here today. I've heard the band a lot better. It's kind of noisy. So let's see who all got out there. Lonnie got out, Steve got out, Mike got out. 73s to all you gentlemen. I know you're not listening now, but I probably should go ahead and make this one my final here also, because I've got to get my XYL up, and she's got to get ready for early church service this morning. So I'm going to go ahead and make this my final, and everyone have a great day today, and it is Mother's Day, and yesterday was me and my XYL's 57th wedding anniversary. And but we'll celebrate that later on this week sometime. We'll go out to get us a nice steak or something and enjoy that. So it was just busy yesterday. We had to go to Columbus, and we spent time with our granddaughter up there yesterday, and today she graduates from Ohio State University. There's 12,000 students graduating up there today. So that's quite a big deal. So we're going to try to watch it on television, if at all possible, here today. So 73s to everyone. Everyone have a real nice day. And I'll turn it back over to Mark, WB6, BJN, Bravo, Juliet, November. And then it looks like you'll be giving it to Mark, K4, KFI. So 7-3 to all. Everyone have a great day. This is W8NWI Clear.
Good to hear you this morning. 30 over. What my attitude is like. I look like that 30 over. This is boom in here. So you're in some power. I think you're right. I think that's why the noise is going down. On the 80 meters. Believe it or not, if you're not close to the static factor that you hear, that goes away with it. So that's why they can see it. I don't have a whole lot more to add, and sure good to be with you guys this morning. So I take the time and come in here and talk about whatever. Boys, you can talk about whatever you feel like and feel good about it, and that's a good thing. So, with that. When I was young, if I got to fight with I brought you in. He used to say that. It was funny. So everybody just has a happy birthday and all that good stuff. Mark, over there to you. WB6 DJ is best friend and listen out.
All right. Very good. Let's see. 54 degrees, and looks like we got some cloudy skies out there. Before the sun even came up, I took a look at one of these little security cameras here outside. It looked like a sunny day out there with color and everything, and out the check window it was still pretty dark. So that technology's really coming a long way, because I remember just 5 years ago, give or take, those cameras, and I'm not meaning the super sophisticated, expensive stuff, but I mean at the price of those little $30 cameras. They didn't show anything but a black and white picture in the dark, and they needed an infrared light to do it, and these things are showing more light than I can see. So improvements there. That static's really getting rough on my end too. It's really bad. Sometimes I've been wondering if I was gonna miss my turn because I wouldn't hear it. It's getting pretty rough. Some of you though are coming in really good, but the static's still coming up. Let's see, what was I thinking about that might be worthy of a mention? Maybe it'll come to me later. Anyway, I'll pass it on around to Cliff, N4VPC from K4KFI.
KC4VFI.
Hey there, I got you there, Frank. KC4VFI. Let me write that down just because my brain won't remember. But I'll be passing it to you here in just a moment, and you're going to be passing it to Jeff at KD9APD, and then after Jeff, I think it goes to Bob, W4JFA, and I'm going to let this be 73s for me, y'all. Marty wanted to say hello to everyone via he texted me. He's been listening on the SDR this morning. I'm not sure why he didn't just jump in and join us, but he said hello to everybody. I'm sure he'll be back in here in the morning. And so that's it. 73s to all. I'm going to get on with my Mother's Day stuff and pass it over to you, Frank, KC4. I got I had your call sign wrong. VSI, Frank from N4VPC. Sorry about that.
Well, good morning, Cliff. I guess I woke up just in time to see you go, so sorry to see that. And I'm sure probably everybody's getting out by now. It's after 6 o'clock, 3 minutes after 6. But anyway, yeah, I was taking a test last night. It's concerning my CPAP machine. They did another test. The VA did another test for me. And I guess they're going to try and get me a CPAP machine. But anyway, they had this little button, and I'm telling you, this thing was about a half-inch long, about a half-inch wide. It fits on it's the tip of your finger, just the tip of your finger, and you tape this thing on, and then it goes through your cell phone. It picks up the Bluetooth on your cell phone there, and it picks that up, and somehow it's processing it now, what had happened to me last night on my breathing, and it sends it back to, I guess, the mothership someplace at the hospital there, and then they test it that way. Totally different. You know, they used to hook all them little things up to you with a sticky tape and all over you and everything, and expect you to sleep. This is just one little piece that's taped to the end of your finger, kind of like an
oxygen sensor, only it's real tiny. Craziest thing I ever see. But anyway, it said that my first night was a successful upload on that. And so anyway, I ended up going to bed around 9:30 last night. So I'm just waking up now. So anyway, that's what's happening with me. Who knows? But I did get my wife some good Mother's Day stuff. I got I said rather than buy a card, cards are so expensive, and they just kind of like lost my flavor for them when they get up around $8-9 a card at Walmart. And she said, well, you can go to the dollar store and buy them for $1. I said, no, I didn't want to do that. So anyway, I took her to the nursery, and she picked out some nice, not flowers, but plants. And we got those, and we got a big barrel, a nice decorative barrel there. It's a half of a Jack Daniels barrel, literally. And they cut them in half, and they sell them for about $50 for a half. Get $100 a barrel for a whole barrel. Can you believe that? After they've made wine out of them. So anyway, we got that out there. She put some. I put some. I filled it up with potting soil, Miracle-Gro potting soil, and she put a bunch of seeds in it. So we'll see what we have. She has some nice decorations for the front of the yard now. It should be coming up nicely. So she should enjoy that. So anyway, that was her Mother's Day deal I did for her yesterday, and then of course we went out and ate breakfast and so forth like that. Anyway, don't really plan on trying to go out today. It's just too crowded and stuff. So my son, so I'll let him do something for his mother. I mean, it's his mother, not mine. But anyway, it is my wife, so I did recognize her there. So we'll see what he has planned for the day. But in the meantime, I'll say good morning to everybody who's left. KD9APD, and I don't even know who's left. But good morning, all. Good morning to W4ATH. And I couldn't listen on my SDR this morning, Marty, because my phone's tied up doing that test, and it's still processing it. So I didn't want to mess with anything, mess with that process. So it's back in the bedroom, spinning around in circles. So anyway, go ahead, Jeff. Pick it up, and good morning to you, KC4V5.
All right, KC4VFI.
Yeah, that's right. I sent it to you, Jeff. Can you hear me all right?
Yeah, all right. That's what. I'm going to make this my last transmission. We have a car that gets great gas mileage, but my truck is terrible. However, yesterday on the way home from the daughter's place, I was able to nurse it along at a very reasonable speed. I averaged 17.7 miles per gallon, which is crazy. But there was not a 10-mile stretch where it was one lane, what we call the compression, and I was running 45. And just a big difference, even though I had a V10 gas on, keep the speed down low. It really
W4JFA. If you're still there, Bob, it's all yours.
Okay, Jeff, I'm still here. Hey, what game was that, or what team was that for that balk call?
I don't know. It was a Major League highlight thing.
I missed that. Say that again.
I do not know what team it was.
Okay, all right. I'll look that up because that sounds. I'd be interested in that one. All right. Well, have a good day, Jeff. And by the way, everybody who's listening, Happy Mother's Day. I don't care if you're a mother or not. Have a Happy Mother's Day anyway. So, anybody else waiting to join us? Well, nothing heard. So this could be my last one. Signals are getting real weak. And I know after me, Larry was going out. And the next one on my list was the WB6 BJN. I'm not sure if he's still there or not. And after him was Mark K4KFI. I'm not sure who's still around. So I'm going to leave 73 and see you guys tomorrow morning. I'm going to send it to WB6 BJN. If he doesn't pick it up, K4KFI, you were next on my list, so I guess you can take it then. See you guys tomorrow. Hope everybody has a good Mother's Day. So WB6BJN, W4JFA.
I don't hear anyone, but I'm going to give y'all a quick 73 myself. The noise is so high, I can't hear anybody now anyway, so I'll try again maybe tomorrow. 73 to everyone. I had N4VPC on my list, so I'll send it around. Y'all have a good day from K4KFI.
Okay, well, I guess I lost out on that deal, but anyway, have a good day, Mark. I was going to make another comment to you, but you just have a good Mother's Day there. Hope everything's going well with you. Came in just in time to hear everybody say goodbye, but is there anybody else left? KC4VFI. 7-3 is all. KC4VFI clear.